What's up, y'all? Let's get into my process of my 40-day fast. So I do got me a little list on things to touch bases on to keep myself on track. The first thing I want to get into is day one. Y'all, day one felt like, to me in my mind, it was like, what have you gotten yourself into? Like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through these days. What are you thinking of? Like, what makes you think you're gonna get through? You know what I'm saying? It was just all type of things running through my mind. The devil was at work, baby, on day one. Okay? One of the toughest days. Your flesh is really battling. Your flesh is battling with your mind. It's like your mind saying, stay strong, stay locked in with what you're doing in your flesh, like, you know, and what your cells are used to is telling you, like, go ahead and get you a piece of chicken. Go ahead and get you this, go ahead and get you that. You know what I'm saying? It was very hard. As the days went on, like the second day, it was kind of still the same. It was hard for me. Day 3 was hard for me. Those first couple of days, I was not sleeping. I already had a problem with sleeping already, but that's another video. I wasn't sleeping. It was even harder. It was even more like frustrating because I'm used to eating at the wrong times of the night, eating at the wrong times of the day sometimes. So it's like a lot of times we rely on that extra comfort to help us go to sleep or to get us comfortable, or if we get in the bed we might be snacking on something, or it was just like I had to fight against all of that and just be still and not have nothing besides, of course, some fruit or some vegetables. That wasn't really filling me the way that I wanted it to because of what I was used to. It was hard, it was stressful. I was getting more headaches. I was just feeling kind of like depleted in a sense. Like, man, I was feeling like down. I was feeling down about it. I felt like I was punishing myself by starving my flesh, when in reality I was really rewarding myself. Let's fast forward to day 7. Day 7, it was more like, oh my God, like I'm really doing this. I'm really fasting, y'all. Like I'm really going without the things that I'm used to having. Like, yeah, like I'm really that, like what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like this thing of like a lot of highs and lows throughout the process, I will say. I was beginning to feel a lot more empowered. It wasn't a hassle or a battle to fall asleep. It was like my body was more at ease in a sense, and it was just like, it wasn't working hard. It was doing the things it was supposed to do naturally. You know what I'm saying? The next morning, I feel like I got rest. As the days proceeded, it was just like I was sleeping better. It's like at a certain time, I felt like it was happening when the sun was beginning to set. They say we're supposed to rise with the sun and also go to sleep with the sun. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just our circadian rhythm. Naturally, we're supposed to do it. So when you get sleepy the first time, in the evening, you're supposed to lay down and go to sleep so you can go to sleep without a problem. When you resist it, you end up being up to 3, 4 in the morning. Why? Because you done threw your whole rhythm off. Yeah, I was just sleeping better. I was feeling more energy throughout my whole process, y'all. I found myself just doing stuff like on my feet. I'm super light on my feet, like I'm on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that girl. There were a lot of highs and lows. Some days I was like almost feeling kind of like depressed because I was beating myself up, putting it in my mind that I was punishing myself instead of doing something good for myself. You know, flesh wanted what it wanted. So we're gonna skip to day 15. It's even better. I'm like, man, I'm almost halfway through. Those days go by so fast that it's like, man, but it feel like they going so slow because you're enduring something so mentally challenging that it's like, man, I want this to hurry up and be done. But I'll say this, we want it to hurry up and be done, y'all, but I say rest in that, sit in that, and enjoy that process, and don't look so far ahead to getting to the end, because that's what makes you feel like you're punishing yourself, because you're not enjoying all of what's coming with the fast day to day. You're not relishing in it. And after a while, I began to do that. I began to sit with that and be like, okay, I had to trick my mind and put in my, and also be real with my mind and let myself know, like, look, this is your new normal. You will not be consuming any food, not the kind of food you would like to consume. So just chill, get comfortable. And as far as the things that I juiced was green juice. That was almost like my number one, because green juice is like, has like everything you need in it. It has a very large percent of everything you need, and that's why you can survive off of that alone. Like, it's life. It has chlorophyll in it. I'll make another video that touches bases on what the vegetables contain, what they do for you, what the fruits do for you, what they contain, what they give your body, how they give your body life and all of that. That's another video. So this is just gonna be me telling y'all what I did and the pros and the cons of it and what I consumed. So as far as green juice, I did celery, I did romaine lettuce. Celery and romaine lettuce has a very high water content, which will produce more juice. So I would highly suggest that you do those. You incorporate those hands down. Cucumbers, very large water content. Cucumbers, celery, and romaine lettuce. Water content is very high and you will yield a lot of juice. I also did cilantro, I did parsley, I did ginger, anti-inflammatory. Let me stop getting into all that. I did ginger, I did turmeric, I did red bell pepper, carrots, green apple, and red apple, and dandelion greens. All of those together, a powerhouse. So write it down. Also lemon as well. So those were the things I did for green juice. As far as fruit, it was starting to get a little tricky because a lot of things are not in season. It's winter time. And I say that it's best to go with the things that are in season because it's easier that way. And then you know, it's like, it'll be good for you. It'll be good to you if it's in season, more so than something that's not. What did I do for fruit? I did mango, cantaloupe, which I did minimum cantaloupe. I did that like more towards the end. I did grapefruit, oranges, of course apples. Oh y'all, I don't forget because after a while, it was beginning to, it was costly. Like every other day I'm at the grocery store trying to figure out what can I get in bulk that'll cost the least and produce the most juice. So that's what you need to aim for. Like, oh, also I did a lot of smoothies. Even though it was a juice fast, and it's still fruit. So I feel like if I'm just blending up fruit together, that's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I did blueberries, strawberries, pineapple blended up together. That was a good concoction when it's all frozen. Because pineapples I can't really do. They be doing something to my mouth. Like, I have to freeze them and blend it with my smoothie. So berries, all berries, I suggest. If I had any other fruit, hopefully I'll think of it. I eventually switched all the way over for a couple of, probably like 2 weeks, I went over to just strictly grapefruit. I think I had mixed it with pineapple, and I think I had mixed it with orange at one point. But I was doing grapefruits. I was buying bags of grapefruit from Aldi because, you know, Aldi, man, Aldi got them goods. You're gonna get something decent for a decent price. They got organic stuff in there. They got all type of different stuff. So I went to grapefruit because I was just like, man, I need to spend a little less money and I need something that's more simpler. I don't have to think about, oh, I need to get this fruit, that fruit. Grapefruit is not the best in taste, you know, for a lot of people. And it'll become overwhelming after a while. That's why I would suggest to mix it with something. And you can also mix your fruit juices with water to produce more of it. It won't hurt. I mean, just simply use spring water. I use the Mountain Valley. It's the best water I've ever had. I get it from Whole Foods. It's in a green glass bottle with a red writer. That's all pretty much what I did. I also mix my green juice sometimes with water. When it wasn't producing enough for me, I was like, I'm gonna add some water and we still gonna do what it do. Yeah. That's pretty much all I did. I say the simpler, the better, and the less you do, the better. Just find something that gives a lot of, that provides a lot of what you need in one or two things to make it more simpler for you and to save some money because you're gonna spend some money. But I feel like it's a great investment. It ain't super expensive, but you're gonna spend some money. Like I said, some days I felt like Oh my God, I just want to be back to what I've been doing. Like, and then other days, most days, it was like, girl, you got this. Like, you doing this, you feel better. And let's not talk about the skin, what it does for the skin. Everybody does all of these products, and that's no shade towards anybody, but let's just get down to what really does it. You know what I'm saying? Like, your skin, what you're doing within will reflect on the outside. Not to mention how soft my skin, my body had gotten, like just so soft. It's already soft as a woman, but I'm just saying, like, it was extra. I would touch my back and be like, goodness, like a baby's bottom. But yes, like the skin benefits, super great. Like, my skin done did numbers over the years. I ain't gonna lie to you, but these past 2 years alone, like A1. I don't even be wanting to put makeup on my face. Like, I be feeling like I'm finna mess up my skin. All that come from what you put in your body. I don't use nothing on my face. I don't use no products, none of that. Only thing I use, I may use black soap to cleanse my face every now and again. But other than that, I don't wash my face with nothing. I just use simple water, and then I use grapeseed oil to oil my skin up. All you need is one thing, and make sure it's natural. Another thing I would say, y'all, if you have kids that you have to cook for, which mine are teenagers, but I was still cooking for them because a lot of things they don't know how to cook, and that was hard. You find love in that. You feel like you want to cook for your kids. I didn't want to feel like I couldn't do nothing, or I didn't want to feel like that. But I wouldn't suggest during a fast that you do that, because it's temptation. The hardest part of this fast for me was living in the house with my kids that are still indulging in other things during my fast. They get in my face and put food in my face and play games and tempt you and, ooh, don't you want some of this? Don't you want some of that? Like, on top of standing over the stove, whipping up for them, like, yes, temptation. Did I give in a couple of times? Yes. Does it equate to me going 40 days being locked in? No. I was under a whole lot of pressure, so I'm very proud of myself. It's times that I gave in, and when I did it was like a bite of something, and I was like, dang, I shouldn't even did it. Get right back to lock back in. I would not suggest anybody giving in, but we're all human and we're living in this flesh, so things happen. So I'm just being honest and holding myself accountable, and y'all know, yeah, I'm human. Like, I messed up. I truly did, but I did great. But like I said, I wouldn't suggest, if you have kids, like if you cooking and all of that, temptation. I had more temptation in my house than going and stepping outside this door. I feel like my kids, the way they eat, the way they just, and I hope I could drop a clip in here of my son taunting me, y'all. The approximate cost, I'm trying to wrap this up. I couldn't even tell y'all, because when I was going to buy like my fruit and stuff, I would be buying food for the kids, so it would all come out as one most of the time. So it's like, I don't really know the exact cost of anything, but to just guesstimate, I would say if I went to the Whole Foods to get green juice and fruit together for a day of juicing, I would say $70. And this just is me guesstimating. You can aim lesser. You can get a little lesser than that. And I say that price because you need at least 6 28 to 32 ounce jars per day, depending on how active you are. I wasn't being active. I was staying locked in and trying to focus on not messing up. Okay? So I didn't exercise at all during this fast, at all. I was focusing on trying to stay focused and keep my strength. Over time, of course, I gained strength. I was okay. I was never like, oh, I'm gonna fall out, I can't take it. Never. It was never that. I would say go to Aldi, go to different stores. Whole Food, y'all know they high. Come out of there, your whole paycheck on. Okay? So I wouldn't suggest doing Whole, but I just wanted certain things from Whole Food. I will first go to Aldi and get all that I can get, and whatever I couldn't get from Aldi, I would get it from Whole Food, just to be on the safe side. 6, I would say that, to just get all your calories throughout the day. I don't think that I got all of my calorie intake, you know, because at some days, at some points, like I was not hungry. Your body goes into, after so many days of not eating, your body goes into, it's a word for it, Ketosis. I can't think of it, y'all. I'm a fan that I'm put on the screen. Your body goes into something where you just like, I was not hungry. I'd be like, okay, well, I ain't gotta drink no juice right now because I ain't hungry. But you still have to get all your calories in. Well, how do you suggest that? You know, even if you feel like you're not hungry or you don't want it, you don't need it, you do. Go ahead and just drink out your 6 jars throughout the entire day. At minimum 4 jars a day. You're gonna spend some money though. 70 times 7 is what? 490? So yeah, if you're doing it right and you doing all your jars a day, I would say between 400 to 500 a week possibly. And I might be pushing it, but I'm just guesstimating. But when I get off of here, I'm gonna look at my history and try to see what I spent exactly to try to help y'all. But yeah, just know that whatever you spend, don't think twice about it, because it's an investment towards you, your mind, your body, your spirit. So don't look at it like, oh my God, this costs too much. It's gonna cost you more now and less later. You know what I'm saying? If you follow me on that, it's gonna cost you more now in money and less later in health than to pay less now and it costs you more later in health. Because you'll go and spend something on something that is not bringing value to your life within a second for somebody else. Ain't even for you. Y'all, I didn't even plan to go this long on this video, y'all. But yeah, y'all, invest in yourself, y'all. It's gonna be many more videos to come. I was just trying to give y'all a little rundown. The kind of juicer I use the Ninja juicer, y'all, and I will try to drop a clip of the way that it looks with the pricing and everything. I got mine from Walmart a long time ago. As far as weight loss, I lost about 25 pounds. No exercise, no nothing. I did think I would have lost more than that, but I feel like I didn't take all my calories in the way that I should have. But I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? Because the weight loss is just not gonna stop, because my habits, discipline, chef's kiss. The discipline that it builds, y'all, crazy. I was already on the road to discipline for the past year, maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? This just did it for me. So the discipline, incredible. When you discipline that mind, everything is different. Perspective, everything is different. You're in control. Instead of things controlling you, you're controlling them now. So that discipline is top tier. That's like the #1 thing like I'll take from like just the discipline. The weight loss, inevitable. You know what I'm saying? You want to be in control of your life. Anything that you can't let go, or you have to do, or you can't stop doing it, it's in control of you. It's controlling your life. You're not controlling it. You think you are, but you're not. Because when it tell you to eat it, you gonna eat it. When it tell you to smoke it or drink it, you gonna do it. So discipline. In any aspect of life, you gotta have discipline or you will not get through it. You'll be all over the place. Okay? Life in shambles. I started at, the first time I weighed myself before I ever fasted, I was probably like 235. But when I started the fast, I wasn't necessarily aiming to focus on weight loss. It was more of an internal thing for me. So I didn't weigh myself. I started December 29th. I didn't weigh myself until January 6th or 7th. So that was like 8 days that I didn't know what I had lost. Yeah, I started at 225 when I weighed myself, but I was way more than that when I weighed myself previously. I am now at 207. Looking at myself in a mirror, I look smaller than 207 to me, but I'm glad that I stopped at 207 because I'm still about to be, in the gym, working out, whatever, eating, you know what I'm saying? Like just the way I'm eating and all of that, like it's gonna cause me to lose my weight to still kind of go down a bit. I'm just glad that I did this. Man, this video, I could just go on and on, y'all, because my aim was to get closer to God. My aim was to gain clarity in my mind, my spirit, like, man, the discernment. I've always been a very discerning person. Shout out to God for that. But it's just, you even more sensitive to energy around you, like people around you, like it's just hit different, y'all. Like, we might have to do a part 2. I lost a lot of weight, like in my arms, up in my waistline, on my legs. I was touching my legs in the bed, like my legs little. My legs got smaller. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna put any like pictures of myself naked. Like, that's just not my thing. I'm not gonna do that. I may put the scale pictures up here in the clips, but that's about it. You know, like, me and God know what it is. I'm not gonna reveal myself in that sense, even if it is for weight loss. So yeah, I think I touched bases on everything, y'all. And like I said, day one, the devil was working. He was working the first day I started my fast. Like, people was calling me out the woodwork, talking about stuff I didn't, baby. It was all kind of stuff going on. All type of, look, just, I'm not gonna get into it, but baby, just know that when you doing something that God done instructed you to do, the devil ain't gonna like that. He gonna try to come in, talking about through every person you know. Baby, he gonna come in. Like, a lot of things, even throughout the fast, the things that you think you like, and things that you consider your idea of fun. No. When I say, since this fast, I don't want nothing sweet. It has curbed my appetite as far as the cravings of anything sweet. And I was on that heavy before I started fasting. I was eating cakes and cookies and this. I don't want nothing sweet. I go in the store, I see it and I don't. Like, I still wanted, I wanted to eat after the fast. I did want to like chew. Not chewing for so long was crazy. Stuff you want to do, places you go, people you hang around. Like, baby, it's gonna be a lot more videos focusing on certain things because I could just touch on so many different things that come from this. So yeah, I'm glad that I did it. I will definitely be revisiting the fast again, of course, and many more times throughout my life. You know, it's necessary, you know, because we sit up and from the time we're this high until adults, we're eating all these things, all the bad things. All our entire life, we're eating wrong. We're eating bad. We never get a plumber. You know what I'm saying? To pull all that up, get things flowing properly. We never do that. I would highly suggest, even if you're going to eat bad and eat all the things that you want to eat, add on some of the things that you need. We're lacking a lot of things. Like, everything that we're eating that we shouldn't be eating, empty calories, because they're not giving you any of what you need. No minerals, no vitamins, none of that. Just imagine that. And imagine that you being stopped up. Just imagine the toilet, you constantly filling it with all this garbage and you're never flushing it. Your intestines are bagged up real bad. Just imagine doing this all your life and never changing those habits. Eventually, if you don't take care of your car, if you don't get the oil change, you don't put the right gas in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna go out. It's gonna get sick. It's gonna stop working. That's the same thing with your body. The way they built the car based off how our bodies run. People be honest about their car, but this car that we gotta run, you know what I'm saying? Go through life with each and every day, we ain't gonna make sure this is okay. Because if this car ain't okay, you ain't gonna even be able to enjoy the car you wanna enjoy. Yeah, I would highly suggest, if you're not gonna eat right, you know what I'm saying? Because we just ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So I would just highly suggest to add on something instead of take it all away at once. Because we are rebels at heart. And because of that, when we feel like, oh, I can't have it, I want it even more. Well, I'm gonna do it because I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say to add on, and the more you add on the things that matter and that you need, the things that you don't need and that are not adding value to your body, it will kind of fall off on its own. Add on a smoothie. Drink you a smoothie every day. Get in the habit of that. Drink you a green juice. I would suggest a green juice every day. At least one, just one. I might do a part 2 of this, and I also may drop the clips of me like sitting in my car talking about, you know, in the present moment of those days during my fast, whether it was day 15, day 21, whatever it was, just talking about how I felt, whatever, like in the flesh, right there in that moment. I know I was all over the place because I was trying to like cram everything in before this video ended up being an hour. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Doing a fast is a great thing to do. I would suggest everybody to at least do it once. However many days that you may see fit for yourself, whether it's 3 days, 5 days, 10 days. I just went head on in and went 40. Yeah, start somewhere. Start with day 1. Don't keep talking about one day, day one. Because just imagine how much damage we have done to our bodies. Like, honestly, y'all, like a lot of damage. We need to cleanse and flush out, like not even just our bodies, our minds, our gut, which is our second brain. We supposed to have an intuition or a gut feeling and all of that kind of stuff, but it's compromised by all these dead foods and all these different things that we put in our body. Is compromised. So guess what? Those gut feelings, they're steering us wrong because they're compromised. It ain't even clear. You don't know what's going on. If y'all got any questions, I know I was all over the place. If y'all got any questions, please drop them in the comments. Like, go crazy on the questions, y'all, and I will definitely answer, because I know I missed a lot of things because I gotta get out of here. On top of that, I was trying to make this video super long, which I know it is now. But yeah, I hope that helped somebody. If there's so many questions, I will create another video, like a part 2, to, you know, answer those questions. Thank y'all for watching, and this was a great experience. The next video that I do will definitely be a video speaking about why I did the fast in the first place. So if you want to know why I did the fast, definitely stay tuned and tap into my next video, because we gonna get into it all, baby. We gonna get into it all. Okay, it's time for us to step it up. It's time for us to grow. It's time for us to heal ourselves, mind, body, spirit, everything. Like, it's time to tap in to that higher self, man. And the higher self is on the other side of what we scared to do, or what we didn't know to do, or what we weren't taught. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to level up, man. It's time to level up. And that starts with your health. It starts with your body. It starts with that first. I don't care how you toss it. It starts with your health, your mind. That leads to your mind, your spirit, your energy, all of that. But I'm out, y'all.